Hello and welcome to another episode of Binding Roll, where we play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons in the world of the Ninth Age. If you're unfamiliar with the Ninth Age, it is a tabletop war game, rank and flank style. It is a community-made game, so all of the rules are free. If you're interested in getting into it, because that's what this YouTube channel is dedicated to, click the link in the description below. It'll take you directly to the official website where all of the rules are and all of the fun, typical forum stuff. But today, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons in our long-running campaign. We're in Season 2. It's really getting interesting. But before we get into the players, let's go to our intro video.
No one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. This you can trust.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode. And we'll start it off, as we always do, with what you drinking. But today, since kind of the end of the last episode is kind of a cliffhanger, I got no level ups for people today. We've been doing the adventurous question of level up into a random other class or don't level up kind of things, and you have all taken the opportunity to go up in a random other class, which I have enjoyed so far. Last person to get that option will be wow, I just realized the names are wrong underneath your pictures. Load and Sunset are... Ooh, technical difficulties. I'll work on that later, but...
Maybe we'll both die anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, might need to do new names.
Oh, it actually just broke the secret. It's a Freaky Friday situation where you're going to switch bodies after this fight. But no.
Oh, no.
But no. But let's just go on to what you're drinking. Today, another East Coast brewery, another New York brewery. This is Other Half in Brooklyn, New York. Green City Hazy IPA. I've actually had this one before, and it is excellent. So, hold on. I'm always trying to compete with Load on this one. Good? Bad? Oh, gosh.
I got nothing.
Didn't hear a thing.
Can't compete. Erky, what you drinking?
I am drinking. Oh, hold on. Or ginger beer. So.
Oh, is that some Bundaberg there? I love some Bundaberg.
Cheers.
Quick shout out to the chap Warrior Womp. Our #1 fan is in there. And he said, time for the turtle turmoil to begin soon, boys. Good luck. Gygax blesses the dice tonight.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Sunset, what are you drinking?
I was rummaging through my fridge earlier, and I found the last bottle of Yingling Black and Tan that I have. So I'm finishing that off tonight.
Nice. Sunset, what are you, or not Sunset, Load. Oh God, the names are backwards. This is going to throw me off.
I have the same stuff I had last week. I've got the Bohemian Brewery Czech Pilsner. Just working through a rack of that.
Just working through a rack. It's so much better than I do. Why is it so much better when you do it? I don't get it.
I don't know. We have the same mic, so I have
We
no
literally
idea.
have the same mic. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Well, so quick recap of the story so far. Our adventurers were recruited in Cantamont to head a crusade to the continent of Varentia to not only spread the word of the lady, but also to investigate the disappearance of the Duchess. You guys shipwrecked, you ran into dinosaurs, then you ran into slave owners, and then you ran into. You finally made it to Aqua Dulce, where you encountered a giant turtle with not only the sarcophagus of your friend Landval, but also riding on top of that Darius, who betrayed you on the ship ride over. They blasted through the town. Then you guys kind of went around adventuring. You saved your Lode's love in life, Marguerite. So she's back with you to help you against this giant turtle. And eventually you cut off the turtle as it was trying to get to the Temple City, and you fought it, and you were unsuccessful. The turtle made it across the river, is now with the Doom Lord. I believe 3 of you, everyone except for Urki is unconscious. No, Marguerite bounced off the ground and like literally undid herself with death save, so she's conscious. No, she's stable. No, when you said when you roll 20.
No, she rolled a.
Yeah, when she rolls a 20, she gets 1 HP. She's awake.
Yeah.
So that is. Let's bring up the map here because that's always fun to look at. So as you can see on the map here, the giant turtle has crossed the river. Darius is no longer on the turtle. Actually, that's a good question. Where is Lode's token here? Did I just lose Lode?
I'm just a little south.
Oh, there he is. There, I
members of the
see
party.
it. Yeah, you're kind of fading into the background there. Darius, the burnt, crispy, burnt ends Darius has stayed on this side of the river because you were able to knock him off. But the turtle with the sarcophagus of Landval has crossed the river, and as you look across the river, and the land you're in right now is very natural. It's the jungle trees, vines, dead leaves on the ground kind of situation. But as you cross over with your eyes, you can see on the other side of the river, you can see the ruins of the Temple City start to taking form. There's kind of a path that's built out with stoned, intricate carved stones, but it's definitely ruins. So some of it's falling apart. There's the nature's kind of going back into it. But across the way, standing on one of these platforms, these tiered platforms, is the Doom Lord on his Alpha Carnosaur, looking at you across the river. In fact, he's holding a giant golden spear, and he's pointing it at you, and just like he does like a dinosaur sound, like a yell out, and then the Alpha Carnosaur rears his head up and does the Jurassic Park. I don't know.
I was gonna set that up.
I can't do that.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I can set it up on a button, so you just let me know, and I'll do it. I'll get it set up for next time. I promise.
The turtle.
We don't murder it.
Provided.
Doesn't seem likely.
The turtle has taken up going around and then turned back around and taken up a spot of subservitude. Like 2 steps behind, on his left. I mean, this turtle dwarfs even the Alpha Carnosaur, which is large in itself. But it stands at attention next to the Alpha Carnosaur. You definitely notice 2 things. One, the Alpha is not crossing the river at this moment. And also, as he lets out that yell, you see smaller groups of small lizard people, Saurians, Tegu, which are big burly lizard guys, all coming out of the jungle onto this path overlooking the river. They're starting to amass on the other side of the river. And with that, we will go to you guys. What would you like to do? First off, I think we're kind of quasi still in combat right now. So it was the turtle's turn.
Some people are actively dying.
Yes, some of us are actively dying.
Well, and Darius, if I recall correctly, is still up.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
did not.
is.
We did not kill him.
Let me see, just make sure what he's got here, and let me bring up his block. So
What?
Darius is this guy right here.
I'm not familiar with this.
Oh, that's Marguerite.
face.
That's Marguerite.
That's Marguerite.
Okay.
In the turn order that was left over in roll 20, load is up.
Okay. Let's roll a death save. Yeah.
Well, how bad you at?
15. That's one success.
Okay, cool. So what's the tally right now for you?
Just one success.
Okay. No fails. Okay. And then Sunset, what are you at?
I have 2 fails and 1 success.
All right. I'm gonna transfer my inspiration point to
Oh
you.
wait, hold on. It's not your turn yet. Hold your horses. It is now
Hey,
Marguerite.
Sunset, do you want to hold your action?
Well,
I
Marguerite first.
I don't think that's legal.
Let's see here. Marguerite sees her love on the ground in distress and runs toward load like so. Makes it to you, but is unable to do something after she runs. So it's now Sunset's turn. I need you to give me a death save. And you say you had 2 failures?
I had 2 failures. Now, there's nothing in the description of inspiration when talking about giving it to somebody else that says you have to do it on your turn. It actually explicitly states that when you see somebody else do something,
Yeah, it's more of a reaction.
yeah.
Doing something that really contributes to the story in a fun and interesting way.
Oh,
yes,
it's
like showing the stakes of this as an on death door. I think that qualifies.
Okay, so you give
I also think that qualifies.
Sunset inspiration.
All right, you got my inspiration.
All right. Well, so let me just make sure. I don't have to burn the inspiration
Oh,
until
jeez.
after I make the first roll, I believe.
I believe that's the way it works.
Okay. So let me make the first roll, and we'll see if I need it. And if I do, then I will make the second roll.
All right.
I definitely need it. That's a 5.
Oh no!
All right. For all the marbles, as it were.
Yep.
And that's a 10.
Whoa.
2 and 2.
That was extremely close.
Survive for another turn.
Yeah. Nice.
Inspiration comes through in the clutch.
Oh, boy.
Inspiration. All right, it is now Urki's turn.
Okay, can you remind me of the distance stuff?
Yeah, it's
10
instead
foot
of
squares.
instead of 5 foot
10
squares, they're 10
grid.
foot, they're 10 foot grid.
And I'm mounted on someone with normal walking speed. Yes. So that is an action. Good. Okay. So, measure. Okay, so I can barely make it to you if I use the dash action, right? Because it's double, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all I got. Yeah, it's touch range. Don't really have much in the way of options. I don't have like a speed.
Don't you have the thing where
drop or
your boom tube can shoot health?
Won't help me. It's
it-
temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary hit points, so it doesn't count for reviving people. And that's also an
Yeah, you're
action.
right. Temporary
But,
hit points won't
I mean, I
revive
can
someone.
finish him off. I could finish him off with a boom too. That's an option.
Put him out of his
Give
misery.
him a clean death.
Put Sunset out of her misery.
Yeah, I mean, I could do a fireball. Like, I'm in range of that, but no. So I'm gonna use a dash action to get there, and hope he survives for another turn. I mean, he got better than.
Yeah, I mean, I'll either die or stabilize next turn. Those are the two options.
Yeah. Unless do I got a healing potion? I got a potion of healing, but is it an action to use?
So
Yeah.
it's an action. It's an action to drink it.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it was a bonus action to pour it down somebody's throat, though.
That's a good question.
I think that's
Ooh.
how we did it in the past.
Let's see. Fighting action. Potion. Let's see, is this something that's gonna be action or bonus action?
Hey, Jop, thanks for joining us.
Wait, I'm looking, googling on the site. Make a skill check. Okay.
Oh, there's a skill check involved? This is fun.
No. The site is called Make a Skill Check.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm imagining Sunset's laying on his back with his mouth gaping open, unconscious, and you're like trying to like play cornhole. You're like underhanding tossing the healing potion into his open mouth.
Her.
Her open.
Oh, it's
Rules as written: drinking a potion during combat or other circumstance, or during a round's following initiative order, takes an action in D&D. Homebrew rules may differ, but those are official.
That's for drinking a potion.
But administering it, I mean,
I'm gonna say we used it before.
that it's
I feel like we've used it before where
We have. I'm gonna let it go
a bonus action
because I
before.
also.
what?
You know, I'm gonna 4-up it. In the classic way of playing Ninth Age, 4-up it. I'm gonna 4-up it on a D6.
4 up on a D20? That sounds good. Oh, no.
D6.
4-up is good for you. You can administer the. Actually, you know what?
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna no.
So-
I want Sunset to give me an athletics check. I'm sorry, not
so,
Urki.
hold on.
Urki, give me athletics.
Before we do any of that,
Huh?
looking at Potion of Healing on D&D Beyond, drinking or administering a potion takes an action.
Okay. Or
Now,
administering.
If you want to
Alright.
overrule that, I'm all for it.
No, I'm not
That
gonna.
would be great.
Let's leave it. We're gonna play as is from D&D Beyond. Takes an action. So you
Okay.
run up to him. That's your turn, right?
Yep. Right.
All right. So we are on to the enemy's turn. Again, the Doom Lord raises his head up, and again more Saurians begin to filter out of the jungle onto the other side of the riverbank. Also, our good friend Darius stands up. When you stand up, how much of an action does that take? Just
Half
from
your
being
movement.
It's
half
not
movement.
Yeah.
He's got a speed of 30 feet, so he's gonna go 15 more, so 2 spaces. He runs. Oh no, yeah, he runs 1, 2. I need Urki to give me a perception check.
Stand by. Perception.
Do you guys have control over
Ooh.
YouTube
Wow. That
chat?
was 6.
No, never mind. You don't notice anything. We have a bot in the chat, folks. Bot in the chat. But that's his turn. He does. That's all he does. It is now Lode's turn again.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get rid of that.
And another saving throw. Ooh, a 12. 2
All right.
successes.
Nice.
All right. Next up. Oh, why is this not showing? There we go. I like having that up there for the folks. It is okay. It's Marguerite's turn. Marguerite slaps her hands together, does Mr. Miyagi, places one hand on your forehead and one hand on your man region, and casts.
I was gonna say
I
lower.
knew it. I fucking knew it.
And casts. She's gonna cast Greater Healing. Greater Restoration. I mean, what's the spell? I'm like a bad DM. I don't know things. What's the?
So, I mean, there's Cure Wounds is a classic.
Yeah, and then it's just at what level she's casting it.
Better she got potion.
There are other.
Yeah, she has Healing Word, or Greater Healing Word. That would be awesome.
She does Greater
Oh,
Healing
no.
Word. She does Greater Healing Word.
She does have
Because-
Greater Healing Word? Oh,
She does, yeah.
Well,
I don't think that's actually a spell.
Is that-
There's mass healing word.
Or probably Mass Healing Word.
No. She just does Healing Word then. Healing Word. I don't even have a stat block for her, so this is fun. Here we go.
Let me see.
She's
let's give
casting
you
it-
all of the healing spells.
Yeah, so what she's doing is she's casting at the 5th level. 5th level Healing Word. So it's 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. And 1d4 for each
Actually,
level
Cure
above the
Wounds
first.
is-
There is a
Is
ma-
the
there is a
best.
ma- there is a Mass Healing Word here, and let me drop it into the
No,
chat.
I have it
There's
too. I have it
Mass
too.
Healing Word.
Third level.
All right, so she
Third level.
heals you for 3.
Cure Wounds is a D8 per spell slot level. That's the better one.
She heals you for 19.
Okay.
All right, next up is okay. It's time for Sunset.
All right. Well,
If she knows healing word, she could. No, it's another spell. Damn it! I was gonna say that's a bonus action,
Yeah.
and sunset is like 60
I know
feet
someone who
away.
can quicken spells, but they're kind of on the
yeah, they're
Too soon.
they're a little incapacitated right now.
Call back later.
Yeah.
This is the big roll.
Well-
This is,
It's been fun.
Oh no!
Whoa.
That's okay.
Murder by a turtle.
as
I don't
Erky,
have gentle repose. We could try to like resurrect you or something like that. I think we got a couple days till you start to rot. But we are in the jungle, so that's a little faster.
Erky, as you're sprinting through the jungle towards sunset, you reach out your hand, but barely as you're merely a foot or two away, you see sunset let out exhale, just and go quiet and calm. So sad. This is a somber moment, everyone. This is a somber moment. Let's see here. Okay, next up is Erky. What do you want to do?
Well, that's a little funny. So is this the Darius that's like right next to me?
Darius is
Yes.
yes, that is Darius.
Oh, okay.
Pretty close.
Alright. Well, time to get in rage mode. So I guess it's easy enough to tell like, oh yeah, sunset's very thin. Goddamn. So close. One action. So okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, I forgot to bring the boot tube with me.
That's right. You can move him for last turn.
Okay. We'll just say I carried him. Alright. So tell me again, like, so you said to take some levels of, like, barbarian? Like, so how are we doing that? Because, like,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
writing
level. You're level
Zog,
2.
so
You're,
the Zog has his own combat action, and then I have two actions, two
So the way I want to do this is you're one individual character when you're writing Zog. When you're writing Zog, you have those extra 2 levels, so you're level 2 barbarian, and he uses all of your stats.
Mm-hmm. And so what was the ruling on meeting the if I'm below the prerequisite for barbarian? I am at, because mine's a 9.
You just need to go
just
into,
overwrite it, yeah.
Oh, so we're overriding now. We don't raise it to the appropriate level.
No, I
Right.
tried that
So
with
go
my
to,
druid thing.
He's a very fierce barbarian with very flimsy arms.
his arms are used to hold you on. So you're the one doing all the swinging.
No,
Yes.
he's kicking. He's doing the kicking.
I imagine
Kicking him in the shins.
more Zog is not very good, not very good barbarian, but he is he's dedicated to you.
Do
Okay.
you know how to turn those off? The multi-class requirements.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's on like the first page of the character creation.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just gonna do like max DPS, so you know. Let's figure out what that is.
Would you like Zog to rage?
Is Darius wearing metal armor?
Let's see here. I would say he is, yeah.
He at least has a metal. He at least has a
Okay.
metal axe, but yeah, armor's better.
Yeah.
No, wait, actually, no, you're right.
Like,
He
he's
has
metal.
he has the metal axe. He does not have metal armor. Because he is all of his clothing has been burnt away, and his skin's literally burnt away too. All he's carrying, he's just a naked dread elf out there, and he's carrying the axe.
Third level. Still thoughts left, so. So third level higher, additional ray. 3 rays. Okay, so there'd be 4 rays, so that'd be 8d6 to hit versus fireball, which is also 8d6. But then saving throw. So is Darius down? Or
No,
is
he
like,
stood up.
still
He stood up in his turn.
Okay. Oh, right. We're gonna scorching ray it. Using that slot, 3rd level. 11 plus to hit, so 4 separate rays at 2d6 damage. So we will do the hits. 12.
12 does not hit.
Okay. 24.
24 does hit.
25.
That hits definitely.
Another 25. So we got 3 hits with scorching ray. So that's gonna be. Oh wait, so I get cast modifier because I have a magic firearm, so I get a D8 per damage thing. So that's 7 plus D. So I'll roll the 3 2d6 and then it'll be 3 d8s. Okay, and then we'll just add those. Cool.
Cool.
Okay, so there's another 2d6, so that's 5. That is 9, so 5, 9, 7, that's 12, that's 21, and then we'll do 3d8. The extra damage.
Cool.
22. So that's 43
43.
damage. And I still
43?
have Boom Tube on bonus action.
Okay. You shoot those scorching rays, and you see him just like the fire splashes over him, and you see him like it splashes over him, but you don't see him cry out in pain. You see him just laugh and chuckle more. Maniacally laugh.
That's frustrating.
Do your boom
so I
tube.
have boom tube. So do I want to detonate it? It's the same amount of damage. So yeah, I'll just shoot. Point blank. That's hitting out of 24, 3d8 damage. That's 19.
19?
Yeah.
Do I
That's
get
force damage?
Do I get a saving throw on that? No, that's just a shooting
it's a
attack.
range
No.
attack.
Yeah. So 19 damage.
Put it. Doing so destroys a cannon. Oh, no. Sorry. Nope. Yeah. There we go.
Oh wow. Wow. Okay, as you do this, as the flames begin to die down on him, and his skin is all black, so like it's like the coals of a fire. You know, the edges are like burning, like the edges of his skin that are peeling off of him are still on fire and burn a little red.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yep.
and you see him like laugh and and then he turns and sees the boom tube aiming itself at him, like, and for a half a second you see him go, and it shoots and literally tears his shoulder off. In that shoulder off
Nice.
that was holding the axe. The axe flies up into the air behind him, and he falls over, dead.
Now he really is the two-piece chicken McNobody.
Nice.
That might be an
From
episode.
beyond
Alright.
the grave. That's
From
a
beyond
solid
the
joke.
grave.
Well, I've avenged sunsets, at least. Alright, that's my turn.
It wasn't even him that dealt most of the damage to me, though. It was the damn turtle.
Yeah, it was the turtle. Well, no,
The
it
turtle
was
will have its turn.
no, it was
We'll
it
get
was it was the turtle breath, and then the explosion from him. He did a lot of damage, actually.
Right, but well, so the explosion from him didn't actually deal that much damage overall. Like the amount of damage I would have taken would have been like 18 or 20. I took 50 from the turtle breath.
It was
That's
pretty
what
brutal.
killed me.
All right, with that. Okay, with that, we're going to pop out of combat for now. Because everyone is either dead or stabilized, right?
Yeah, well, I've got
Yeah.
health now, so I'm just
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But yes, Sunset is still dead.
Yep.
Is there anything on Darius's body? Well, I guess there's the axe. The evil axe, right? This is the evil axe?
The axe of a con.
Okay.
Tumbles it.
Does he have like a
need-
death? Does he have a death grip on the axe? Can I just like carry the axe by his arm?
The hand, his arm is and hand is still holding onto the axe. As far as you can see, everyone
Okay.
give me a perception check as you see it flying through the air. Or Load and Urki, give me a perception check.
18.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll give you a perception check.
12.
0. I keep rolling. It keeps coming up 0. I must be blind.
Load, what did you roll?
12.
Okay, you both notice where the axe lands with the arm, the charred arm still holding it. It lands basically behind where he was standing, resting up against a tree, kind of like a tree with like a big thick like tree with vines that are coming out of the bottom of it, and it kind of lands in between the roots at the base of the tree. At this point, again, you hear the roar from the Doom Lord. And I need Urki and Sunset to both give me a perception check. One more time. No, Arcana check. Arcana. Urki and Load.
Arcana?
Arcana. Cana.
Okay, because you said sunset initially, so I was gonna roll
Right.
0.
Turkey got 11 on the Arcana. check.
I'm out of sorts right now.
And a 12 from load.
Okay. You notice behind the Doom Lord, in the Temple City, there is one spire. It's not a spire, it's a stepped pyramid. There are multiple of these throughout the city skyline, but one of them is kind of off to the, you're looking southwest of the city, and it's by itself. And from the top of that temple, you don't see anything, but you guys get a sense of a magic aura coming from this temple. And it's presenting to you with like bright light, like it's, you know, like there's a light behind the step temple, and it's like, you know, the rays of the sun are coming up from the temple. What would y'all like to do?
Take a nice long nap.
Kind of. We need a. We are in no condition to assault the temple. I'm the only one that's like near combat ready health. So, yeah. Sort of like not our problem. Let's find a boat back. They can't come up.
Bail? I'm thinking bail. Let's go become bartenders.
So, Load, what's your status?
I have 19 HP, but
19 of
123.
And then Marguerite's status.
She is at 1 HP.
Marguerite's at 1 HP. Oh shit. Okay. I'll how do I want to do this? Alright, so I'm going to cast the healing cannon. So that's the protector. And that's going to use a level 1 slot to bring it out. Immune. Bonus action grants 1d8 plus 5 temporary hit points to each creatures of your choice within 10 feet of the turret. I'll drag Sunset's corpse and, you know, see if it has any effect.
Wait, so what are you casting?
So I'm choosing a different cannon mode. The protector. This is the one that grants temporary HP.
Oh.
I mean,
It's not going to raise him from the dead.
not, yeah, it's not going to do anything.
I know it's not. But you know, I might as since it's an aura effect, might as well drag your corpse there anyways.
I mean,
because why not?
reasonable. You're not...
Okay, so how about I just roll a d8 and I'll just apply that to everybody? Yeah, sound good?
Sure.
I'm gonna move.
So that's
Sunset
gonna
over
be
to
10 hit points, temporary hit points to everybody. I don't know how to. Oh, temp HP. There we go.
Yeah, it's just next to the HP on the character sheet.
Okay. And I think like it can't stack because that would be broken. But
Nice 100 temporary hit points.
yeah, right. I'm just wondering, could I'm trying to figure out like slot usage. Cast healing now. I got a 1/3 level, 2 second levels, and 3 first level ones.
So while you're thinking about that,
Yeah.
when Lode opens his eyes from being unconscious, he kind of takes a deep inhale, gasps for breath, and then realizes that Marguerite's hand is on his junk, slaps it away, and says, "Really? Well, I'm unconscious. Come on, that's too much." And then he stands up, dusts himself off a little bit.
I needed the direct connection to your life force.
Yeah, sure you did. And then he will kind of look around, see Sunset, see Urki dragging over Sunset's corpse, and his face will just kind of drop, and he'll turn back to Marguerite, and he'll say, "I will ignore what just happened if you can do something
Oh yeah.
for Sunset.
Like,
Is there any way that you can bring her back?"
She says,
or
"Yes, I
Not
can.
like last time.
I
Not
can, but I
like
would
last
need
time.
I would need expensive reagents, jewels, and I would need 12 hours of time."
what about gentle repose? Can you just prevent her from rotting?
Yeah. She can do that. She does it. She
Okay.
streams her fingers through Sunset's hair, and you see her kind of like, not physically freeze, but like, kind of time stops on her body.
Okay. All right, we got 10 days. 10 days for a miracle. So, all right.
With that, hold on, one second. Everyone, take a breath. Here we go. With that, you hear a different sound from the Doom Lord, a more high-pitched clicking noise, and with that, in complete unison, all of the Saurians that have gathered on the riverbank start marching slowly into the water.
Okay,
That means
time to go.
Like, are they in between us and like Agua Dulce? Like, I'm a little
No,
unclear on
Agua Dulce is behind you.
orientation. Okay, and they're in front of us.
Yes.
Okay. Time to go.
So with who is I'm assuming you're taking Sunset. That's an assumption I'm making. Who is carrying
Yep.
Sunset?
Yes. Lode will carry Sunset.
Okay. I need
Although it would be funny to stack Urki on top of an orc and then Sunset on top of Urki.
that would be an
And then we just need like a really big trench coat.
What's your comfort level on your health status? Do you want me to burn some slots to heal you up some more?
Well, I'm used to feeling a lot better than this, but that's up to you. Maybe
So-
just like a little bit more.
So with temp H, okay. So I'll give Marguerite level 1 slot, and you'll get a level 2.
Whatever.
So-
It's not like she's gonna die.
That's true.
She
well,
literally-
I rolled a
she
1
can't
for her,
die.
so she gets.
Yeah, she's-
Marguerite gets 6. and
Effectively
you
immortal.
You get 11.
Dope. Thank you.
And I'm gonna hand off a basic healing potion to you, so you have that on demand. Remember,
Thank you
one-
much.
One action.
Yes. Noted.
Okay,
It's
so
2d4 plus 2 hit points. Okay.
you are all trying to move toward Agua Dulce. Sunset, gosh darn that damn name tag. Lode, give me an athletics check.
Oh, I would be happy to.
Oh wait, so someone has the axe, right? Like I have a sack, put the axe in.
No one's picked
Alright,
up the
so
axe yet.
I have a. All right, so I have a sack. I'm gonna grab the axe by the severed arm and then use that to put it in the sack. Then we're carrying the sack.
Okay, you do that. As you pick it up, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save. Okay.
I rolled a 28 on that athletics check.
Yeah, you successfully run through the jungle with sunset on your back.
All right, I got a 17.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you successfully as you pick up, touch the arm which is attached to the axe. First of all, you squeeze his arm. You squeeze his arm enough where his muscles kind of react to the squeezing of the arm and hold on to the axe. Mm-hmm. And you put it in there, but as you're putting it, you definitely feel the sensation of like, I want more. Actually, you start thinking about technology. You start thinking about the tower in Agua Dulce, and you're like, I want to get in there. I want to see what all the mechanical pieces are in there. That's what your mind starts spiraling for like a half a second, and then as you throw it in the bag, you're like, whoa, jeez. So,
how heavy is the axe? Just.
Well, it's a regular axe. So
Since
what?
I was looking at. How does it feel?
5 pounds.
Okay.
I've lifted
Probably-
it with mage hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was like. Next time, lift it with me hand.
Yeah, that's dude. From the from the beyond, you hear, "Ooh, hella cursed."
All right. So I need Urky Sunset, and I will roll for Marguerite to let's do a
Load.
Ah!
Sure, you don't want
Load.
to fix it? You want to take a
I'll
moment?
fix it in a half a
Look what I
second.
have.
When we get to a breaking point, I will fix it. I need Urky and Load to give me. So running through the jungle, what do you guys think that'd be, like a nature check or an athletics check?
So we're running. Wait, so you're wondering if it's a nature? It could be athletics.
Feels like
Or
it could
start-
go either way, depending
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would argue for both. Choose whatever one's higher.
Yeah, choose whichever
Yeah.
one
we
you
are
think is
crossing
best.
land with that we have done before, right? So it's not like we know the
Yeah,
map.
but it's a jungle. It's not like you know it. Yeah. And you came from a different direction. So definitely choose what you want: nature check or athletic check. And I will do this
Oh, okay.
for.
We get choices? I'm into
Athletics.
choices. Yeah, definitely not athletics. That's a -1 for me. So I'm doing nature at +5.
19.
Ah,
Athletics.
9. Fuck.
All right.
And next time for critical rolls, we will do Flash of Genius in the future. That has to be done before the roll, so. But we got you. You're athletic, so we're good.
Load. What is your AC?
16. Yeah, 16.
Take 3 points of damage, and
Damn.
give me a con saving throw.
For passing? This is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Or for a 19? I mean,
Don't bitch at God.
how about
good for your
a
health.
27 nat 20?
All right. Urky, what is your AC?
Should have killed me when you had the chance.
It sounds like I should use shield to bump it up, but no, it's 17. I imagine it ran into like a branch. Hopefully, it doesn't poke me in the eye, because that would suck. But it's totally a thing if you're running at night in the forest.
On top of an orc.
Cool.
Oh yeah, right.
Take
Smack. Just like hit it in the branches.
take 12 points of damage and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So that gets deducted from temp HP first, right?
Yes, it should.
Okay. Okay. So I'm at 68. And say again. I said a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. 12. Well, solid.
Okay, as you're running through the jungle, everyone's keeping a steady pace, except for Urki, who falls behind a little bit. As you're running, just you hear just whistles, just, and all of a sudden you see little specks, little darts with little feathers on them fly at you from the dark recesses of the jungle, and they hit you. They did the damage I described. They also hit Marguerite. And Urki, you are now poisoned.
Okay.
And then
Does that prevent me from casting stuff?
poison. No, I don't think so.
I think it's disadvantage on like attack rolls and saving throws.
Hold
Maybe
on.
checks.
It is attack rolls and ability checks disadvantage. Yes.
Okay.
That's-
So when I have a moment to do an action, I would like to cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Well, you're currently running. You can stop
Okay.
next turn and do that if you would like.
So upon seeing Urki fall behind, I would like to also pick up Urki, just kind of one on each shoulder.
Well,
So-
hold on. Are you picking up just Urki, or are you picking up Zog and Urki? Because I think you can do both.
And the boom tube. Yeah.
I think you can literally carry everybody here.
I mean, yeah, technically yes, given that lift capacity is strength score times 30. My strength is 20. So I can carry 600 pounds, or I can lift 600 pounds normally. Plus, as a totem barbarian with aspect of the bear, I'd like to get the specific wording here because it's just fucking badass. Where'd that go?
Oh.
Aspect of the beast, bear. Your carrying capacity, including maximum load and maximum lift, is doubled. Load can lift 1,200 pounds.
Yeah.
So I would like to, if possible, pick everybody except for Marguerite up, because I know she's gonna be fine.
God, that is brutal.
I would like to cast Longstrider on myself as well.
Wait, hold on.
which
Wait.
has a
We're not
duration of
quite
1
at your
hour.
turn yet. Hold on. We're taking 2 steps forward here. I need to test for one thing. Okay. As you're running, and this is like Urki falls behind, and you can do your reaction in a second. As you're running in this phase, you hear the splashing, and you hear the monsters getting in. You hear the roars. You hear the Alpha Carnosaur roaring from behind you. They're all coming after you, and from your perception, they are all gaining on you.
Hence Longstrider.
All right. So when he takes a break to cast Longstrider, right? Because we need to stop. I will also cast something immediately after. Oh, haste. I got 1 level 3 slot left. 2
Nice.
haste. So we can do.
Well,
We can
hold on.
increase our speed a lot.
How long does haste last? It's only a minute. Right?
It's only a minute. It's only gonna be 10 rounds,
And then
you're
I
exhausted.
have to stop, so maybe that's
Or
not
one,
even
but,
that.
then you have to stop for just 1 round, right? So it's like 10-to-1 ratio of double speed. So your recovery is pretty quick, relatively speaking, right? That's gonna put
Well,
it
yeah.
like they'll put like, I don't know,
I guess
half
I'm
a mile
exhausted
extra distance between us and them.
First 6 seconds after running at double speed for, well, quadruple speed using dash for a full minute. I am then exhausted for 6 seconds. So, yeah, I think that makes sense.
All right, so we're running. I need.
Yes, as fast as magically possible.
I now need Load to take another athletics check.
Happy to. That sweet, sweet advantage. 14. Rolled a pair of 5s.
I'm gonna say as you're running, your feet are slipping in the mud. You're not falling over or anything. Oh man, why does this... Hold on one second, folks. My Discord just simply does not want to cooperate today.
Welcome back.
Why does it do that? Oh man.
You got it.
So
All
my
right, we're
feet
back.
were slipping in the what now?
Your feet were slipping. You weren't falling over, but you're not running as fast as you had hoped. Carrying 3 bodies, including Zog. And then Marguerite is
She'll be fine.
she's keeping up with you. I now need, let's see here, your AC is what again?
16.
You hear whistle by your ear. Nothing hits. And then lastly, it's now the enemy's turn. Oh boy, oh boy. As you're running and you get to this clearing and you're continuing to run. You're actually getting halfway into the clearing, and then behind you, you see the Alpha Carnosaur come in, race into the middle of the clearing, running like a freaking velociraptor, and it is very close to you.
We must go faster.
Okay.
So, did we get the chance to cast all that haste, long strider, all that jazz?
Yes, you did. You did.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I use the spell slot.
When he gets really close, I'll make him smaller.
That'll
So
work.
again, I need Load to give me another athletics check.
Okay. $25.
You're rocking. You see the dinosaur and you freak out a little bit, and you're like, I'm just leaning into it, and you start running even faster, and you make it out the other side of the clearing. But as you start sprinting, you see out of the corner of your eye Marguerite trip and tumble in the middle of the clearing.
It's gotta be faster than the other person, right?
I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I have been rolling athletic checks for Marguerite the whole time, and she rolled the natural 1.
Load, remind me, the next 4 times you roll athletic checks, we're doing Flash of Genius, which gives you a +5 to that roll. But you have to take it before you roll. So,
Okay.
remind me to do.
So that would be taking athletics checks with advantage and a +14. I'll take it.
Okay.
Do we test how good Marguerite's plot armor really is? She's the only one who can bring Sunset back.
She isn't? She's like, well,
She's the only person we
Oh.
know specifically
yeah. I mean,
who will do it
it's
at
a city.
cost.
Whatever. We'll just have another quest where we go rob someone so we can pay, right? We'll loot a couple of temples. We'll sack a town. Whatever. If it's an inflated price, we can get the money. Maybe.
It's true. It's true.
But
Mm,
you bring up a good point. But like,
I mean, she's not gonna die. Let's be honest. There's like no possible way that she can die.
what about us? How's our plot up?
Exactly. Clearly not that great
Okay.
since one of our party has already died this episode.
Yeah.
Um,
I think we're gonna chance it. Keep on running and see if she's able to make it. If not, maybe
Yeah.
her final sacrifice would be to allow us to escape.
Oh my god. Okay.
we keep moving.
Load, give me another.
This is your fault, Swamp Swimmer. You
It's not
forced
my
this
fault.
upon us.
I'm not my fault.
I mean, do you want me to shoot her in the leg? You know, really slow her down? Like, that's an option too.
No, I don't think we need to go that far.
Load, give me another athletics check.
Okay. Erky, do you want to say it?
Yes, I am using my reaction to give you Flash of Genius.
Okay, so it will be this plus 5. Wow, good timing. That's an 18. I rolled a 4 and a 2.
Wow. Wait, hold on one second here. Okay. 18. Yeah, okay, okay. You continue running. You do well. You don't fall. Wow, and they all miss again. Okay. Again, you hear the from the corner of your eye as you exit the clearing. You see the Alpha come upon Marguerite, and you see the Alpha with one foot steps on her and pins her to the ground. And then you see the head of the Alpha Carnosaur go down into the dirt and start like a dog with a play toy. And with that, you're out of the
No
clearing
shit.
and you can't see anything.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You broke contact. Awesome. Keep running.
Yeah, it's not chasing us anymore. She sexually assaulted me while I was unconscious, okay? I'm fucking out.
True. True. You make a good point.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point, yeah, you successfully escape.
Sweet.
I did not expect you to do that. So let's go ahead and
Didn't you?
change. Let's change the music here a little bit.
Something somber.
You successfully make it into the jungle. You hear the Saurian warriors fall away behind you, and now you're where you are. What are you guys?
is-
What you're? Let's go to the map. Let's go to the map. How about that?
To be fair, I honestly did not believe that she could die. I'm still not actually convinced she's dead.
Here we go. So at the end of this green line, at this point here, that's where you interacted. This interaction happened across the river from the Temple City. You are 1/8 of the way back. Yeah, what you guys want to head for Agua Dulce? Do you want to head somewhere else? It's up to you.
Agua Dulce.
Yeah, we don't know any other places, really.
There
Just-
are other slow people who can be attacked first. We can make human shields. Hide and trust. Safety enough, right?
Yeah, the Alpha
So-
Carno can't eat all of us.
Okay, this time give me a nature check at advantage. I'm assuming Urki is going to help you
With flash
navigate.
right?
Yeah.
With react.
Okay. So this plus 5. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
a dirty 20 for a 25.
You definitely understand
more
where
slots.
Aqua Dulce is than compared to you, and you start the trek back. It takes you roughly a half a day to get halfway back. When you get about halfway back, you are trekking through the forest. You kind of created some sort of lattice system to carry Sunset behind you, and you are coming. You're coming into a clearing, and hovering in the middle of the clearing is the wizard master that you ran into at Aqua Dulce, the teacher and mother figure of Sunset. And she is literally just hovering.
Erky and I never interacted with, right?
No,
Okay.
she's literally
But
just
we know her and she knows us, right?
You assume so.
At least of.
Yeah. She is
Hey, you got a minute? We got some talking to do.
She's literally hovering a foot off the ground with her hands kind of, interlaced together and cupped on her stomach in kind of a very meditative pose.
You seem like someone with a lot of magical skill. We beseech you to save your friend Sunset, who valiantly gave her life to take a blow from a dragon.
She says, "I already know my daughter has passed. I could sense it. Sunset is no longer your concern. I'll take her now, and I will make sure she is saved."
Saved, like, brought back? Just to be clear.
That is none of your concern, Dwarf. Damn
Okay.
it, another bot in the damn chat. God damn it.
There's no need to be condescending or racist about it.
Hey, look, it's
Sunset is our friend as much as she is apparently your daughter.
What?
So I
What?
would say it is, in fact, still my concern. I am indeed concerned about it at this moment.
What must be done to save this Sylvan elf is secret and sacred.
Well, I wasn't saying that you had to, let us watch or share all the magic-y parts. I'm not gonna understand them anyway. But, you don't have to, talk down to us about it. All I asked was if saved meant brought back to the living world instead of, this. And I kind of just gesture at Sunset's lifeless body in my
Goose.
backpack that I've created for her. It was a simple question. You didn't have to be shitty about the answer.
Oh, she says, I need Sunset to live.
All right, that's all you had to say. Can I insight check this person?
Yes, you may.
Not that I'm particularly good at that, but... a 12. Not gonna get much.
You can't figure out why, or you can't connect the dots, but you feel like she's manipulating you.
You don't say.
And she says, "Are you willingly going to give her to me?"
I mean, at this point, I feel like if I didn't, you're just gonna kill me too. We can't all be rolling new characters in the same episode. So,
Hey, don't break the fourth wall, man.
sure.
Okay. With that,
And I will.
she lifts
You want
her
the
hand.
backpack too? Or...
She lifts her hands, and all of a sudden, the weight is lifted off your shoulder. The body of Sunset hovers up and starts floating towards Celestia. In fact, vines come up from out of the ground and kind of like come up to meet her as she gets close to the ground, and then these vines kind of like carry her along, like not like the vines are carrying her, but one comes up where she's going and like pushes her along. It's really it's awe-inspiring to see.
So as that happens, as she's kind of floating away from me, I am just gonna kind of slip those boots off her feet. Don't worry, Sunset. I will give them back when you return to us.
Are you trying to do this stealthily, or are you just doing it?
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna smack Load like Load. Leave him be. Like, it's fine. Don't do that.
Like first,
Fine.
We'll talk later.
if you don't want to fly, that's fine. That's fine.
Just take my order. That just leave him. Leave him. Let's go in peace, and yeah.
There's nothing particularly hostile about taking boots off of somebody's feet, but sure, yeah, I mean, whatever.
With that, Sunset gets to Celestia, and they both rise up off of the earth and fly off into the distance, away.
They're out of.
The story. Okay, this is the resting point where I'm going to change this freaking. The name tags here. So talk amongst yourselves for half a second.
I actually kind of expected her to show up a little earlier, so it wasn't unexpected.
I was gonna, until Lode made the decision to sacrifice Marguerite, I was gonna have her intervene. But sacrificing Marguerite was, I thought, more interesting.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I have been working on two other characters here, getting them level 2, level 11. just on the off chance that, I mean, for all I know, they wouldn't have made it, and we all would have been eaten by the Carnosaur.
Yeah, true. Let's see here. All right, so Sunset, we're gonna go ahead and the story's gonna split here. We're gonna do a little time with Sunset, and then we're gonna go back to Urki and Lode. And let's see here. I need to roll for one thing really quickly. Interesting.
I'm me again.
Yeah, you're in the right spot. Now I fixed it. So we're going to, wow, cracking the beers. I love it. We're going to split the story here. And we're going to go with Sunset for a half a second. Sunset, you open your eyes. And it's you're in a very calming, nice place. You're sitting on a nice, large wooden post bed with soft sheets, and there's a balcony to your left that leads out upon a great view over a mountain range, and there's a light breeze coming through, and it came across your face, and that's what woke you up. Sitting in the corner.
So we're talking Frodo waking up in Rivendell after.
Oh yeah. Same vibes.
All right.
Same vibes.
All right. I dig it.
You wake up and is sitting at the foot of the bed, reading a book, is Celestia. No, I'm sorry, it's not Celestia. It is the highborn elf wizard that was part of the Celestial Council, the 3 wizards that were in Aqua Dulce to fight against the Doom Lord.
Okay. First question. Am I at... So I have an option on my character sheet of restore life with full HP or restore life with 1 HP. Which should I be?
It doesn't matter too much right now. Let's...
Alright.
It's give me you got full HP. You got full HP.
Oh, okay. I just... Because the next question I have is... Have I had a long rest? Like, are all of my spell slots and whatnot back to full, or...
This is going to be a very strange answer, but you don't know right now.
Okay. No, I can dig it, because the other question, the other side of that question was, am I even magical anymore? Like... Okay. So he's just sitting there reading.
Mm-hmm.
Does he, like, notice that I'm...
He has not noticed you're awake yet.
That I've, like, woken up? Okay. Can I, like... Can I identify what he's reading? Like, I want to try and, like, size this guy up before I, like, talk to him.
He is reading a book. You can see the title of the book because he's facing you, but his eyes are in the book, so he didn't notice that you're awake yet. So you can see the front cover of the book, and it reads the tragedies and misadventures of the 8th Age.
So a history book.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if that's something Sunset would have been interested in or not. I'm thinking not. So I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask, who are you?
You say, "Who are you?" And with that, this person is a male. He lifts his head up. He says, I see the stars have finally spoken and they have decided for you to live. You've been asleep for a long time. Celestia has been waiting for you.
How long have I been out?
Four days.
Trying to decide how I want to word the next question. And where are my friends?
With that, he thinks for a minute and closes his book on his lap, and he says, "I do not know. Celestia brought you here alone." Do you wish to ask me more questions before I call upon Celestia?
No. It's clear that speaking to her is going to get me more answers.
So with that, he stands up, puts the book under his arm, and leaves the room swiftly. He is definitely, as he stands up, you notice he's wearing a long blue cloak. Stitched into it are numerous astrological signs, and it's belted around his waist with a thick leather belt. And he stands up. He says, "Very well," and then he leaves the room. So yeah, there's a moment here where you're just alone in the room. Do you want to do anything?
What am I currently wearing?
Nada. You are in bed. Hold on. This is a big decision for me right here. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. As you look down to see what you're wearing.
Well, ideally, I'm at this point like inspecting myself for injury, and am at this point noticing what I'm wearing as well. Just let me know how many tentacles I've got so I can add it to my character sheet.
No, you look down at your hands, you look down at your arms. It's not quite the same. Something's different. You still have pale skin. You're still thin and lithe. but your arms are smaller. You are in an elven-sized bed, but you're small.
Like, younger?
No, not younger.
Just smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much smaller? Like, are we talking a little bit but a noticeable amount, or are we talking like this is like I went from like 6 foot to 3 feet?
I'm trying to decide what. You, from your best guesstimate, you went from 6 to 7 feet. That was what you were before. To around 5 feet.
I'm human-sized? Okay. Well, that's definitely gonna take some getting used to. I guess I won't have to duck going through doors anymore. Assuming that this isn't a, like, newly grown body that is still in the process of reaching, full height. I don't know how to feel about this. It's Okay, well, let's try something else here. Just do this in my hand, right? No, I can't. Are there
All
any,
right.
like, small objects around me? Or I guess I'm gonna get interrupted here. That's fine.
No, this room, let me tell you about the room a little bit. There's 2 nightstands, and there's a desk. At the desk, on the side of the desk, there's like a wash basin, and a small mirror, and towels. And on both nightstands, there's a couple random sheets of paper, all of them blank. And one side has like a candelabra, like a large thing to put candles in.
Is the candelabra lit?
No, it's daytime, so it's not lit.
Okay. Then I'll grab one of the sheets of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to attempt to cast light on it. Which is, you touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. The light
You
can be
successfully
colored as
cast
you
it.
like.
You successfully casted. The piece of paper becomes a light source and lights the room.
Okay.
And with that,
So I at least still have the ability to do that.
with that, you're like you cast the spell, and then as you lift your eyes up, you see Celestia in the bedroom doorway. She says, "Sunset. Many things have changed since I last saw you in the Sylvan Forest. You've gone on a long journey of escape and running from your problems, and you have paid the price. And at first, when I saw you here in Varentia, I was pleased to see you again, but and she pauses for a moment. She says, I am so disappointed to learn that you have failed me again. And you feel the harsh sting of letting a parental figure down. Oh my gosh, why is my computer doing this? Why does my
Timing is everything.
was
The timing is always good.
You have failed. Now you don't get screen time.
what was the last thing you heard?
You had said you feel the sting of
The sting of
having
of
let a
letting
parental figure down.
yeah,
And then
the
right there,
emotional
cut.
the emotional sting of that. And she goes on, she says, I thought you would do better in preventing the turtle from reaching the Doom Lord. That was an important task to me. And I see I made a mistake giving that task to you. And on top of that, losing your life, letting your life force being taken from you. And in order to return you to life, my magic is only so strong in that area. And in order to bring you back to life, my skills were not great enough to bring you back to the higher forms, back to the elven form. So I was forced to bring you back as what you are. A human. The lesser form. And because of your failures and letting me down, I have cut you off from the thing you love. Fire. You can now, and this is me speaking now, you can still cast all of your spells, and they can, you have that attribute that lets you choose what kind of damage they are. You can choose any damage you want as before, but none of them can be fire.
Well, so the changing the damage type was essentially an activated ability. I have to spend a sorcery point to do so.
I'm gonna say, man, so many spams and bots in our freaking chat. I'm gonna say all of your fire spells, including Fireball. Ooh. They'll turn to ice. So that's the exact same effect, but it's gonna be ice damage.
Okay, I mean that's not unheard of. I went an entire boss battle casting nothing but ice spells.
You cannot use your attribute that changes the damage type to fire. And in this moment, you realize that you feel the connection to pyromancy no longer there.
Okay, so another question then in regards to that. So there's two parts of my class that will effectively be directly affected by this. So as part of the draconic ancestry that I have, it's elemental affinity fire. So when I cast a spell that deals damage of the type associated with your draconic ancestry, you can add plus, right now it's +4, I think it's my charisma modifier, to the roll, to the damage roll of that spell. And at the same time, I can spend 1 sorcery point to gain resistance to that damage type for 1 hour. Does that also change to ice?
Yes.
Okay.
And just for the purpose of dramatics, let's say Celestia hands you a mirror, a hand mirror. And you look in the mirror and it's like it's your face, but it's like with a filter on it, and a human filter, put it that way. You no longer have the pointy ears. A little bit of a less elongated face. And instead of your fiery red hair, you now have like, what's the right word? You know, like when like old ladies like bleach their hair too much, it gets kind of blue, like a blue-haired old lady. It's that.
Mm-hmm. So like the silvery blue.
Silvery bluey kind of hair. Wow, and she continues. She says, "While I love you, Sunset, and I do not wish for you to be harmed, this is what I feel must be done, and is the best I can do to help you."
I have additional character sheet questions.
Okay, go ahead. Do it.
So racial abilities.
What was your racial ability? That's a good question.
So like dark vision, I can't be put to sleep magically. I have advantage on rolls against being charmed.
All of that gone. But you're going to get... I don't know how we can do this in D&D Beyond, but you're going to get the benefits that humans get, which is the +1 to all stats, right?
It's something... Well, there's two versions you can do. I think there's one that's +1 to all stats, and then there's one that I think is only +1 to 2 stats, but you also get a feat.
I'm going to do, just to keep it simple, I'm going to do the +1 to all stats, and we can work on this later in D&D Beyond if we want to.
Okay.
I'm very curious to hear how Sunset is going to react to this emotionally.
Yeah.
Well, she would have burned the building down,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
but
I think at this point, like, she's just kind of in shock and, like, just staring off into space, not really, like, still listening and, like, but not necessarily comprehending what's being told to her. Like, I guess I got handed the mirror, and, like, that's kind of just what she's staring at, is just... Huh.
And then she says, "Well, it seems, Sunset, you have nothing to say. But I think our time as teacher and student is over."
Yes, not really reacting to that. Still kind of in shock.
Starshine, the member, the wizard who was just in here, the member of my Celestial Council, will help you wherever you need to go. But at this time, I bid you farewell. And with
Still not really.
in slow motion, she turns around and walks out the door. And while Sunset thinks about that, let's go over to Lode and Erky. And it takes you roughly another day to get back to Agua Dulce.
Okay.
The town seems, the regular hustle and bustle. Where would y'all like to go?
Wait, what time of day is it now?
Morning. You travel through the night.
Oh, okay. So we have not rested yet.
You have not rested. You are still just as beat up as you were.
I need a hot meal. I think that's important. That and maybe a bath. I think we could.
Let's see here.
And a strong drink. What do you think? Think load. You got man. That was quite the day, huh?
That was pretty rough.
Yes. A good meal. A good rest. Drinks, definitely. And then I say we go to that tower and see if we can figure out what happened to Sunset.
Yeah. Maybe we can bring some of those knights that are hanging out in the tavern. Right? We still got some Equitanians
Yes.
in town.
So on the map here, this tavern here was the Lizard's Belly. This is the tavern where just outside is the ship that Law brought, the one remaining ship from the Crusade. The knights were all there, which kind of chose Lode as their leader at this point. Also north, this tavern here is, what was the other one called? The Salty Spray, I think it was like that, something like that. The Salty Spray. That was the other less lively tavern that you went to.
A load.
And then of course
How would
there's
you like to make your?
there is also the
What?
Dead Man's Casino, the large grand casino that's here. That also has inn capabilities, food, drink, and places to sleep.
Well, load. I know. I mean, you are martial and have an image to uphold. Shall we collect ourselves at the Salty Spray before we go to the Lizard's Belly to see the knights?
I don't know that it matters all that much.
Well, either way.
I think the Lizard's Belly is closer. I'm fine with that.
All right.
All right, as you enter
the belly.
you open the door of the Lizard's Belly, which is a single, human-sized door, creaks open. Morning, it's not too busy, but many knights are there. Kind of, maybe a couple are still sleeping off last night's drinks. But inside is each knight that sees Lode and says, like, "Hey, Commander, it's been a while. It's been a while. We have not seen you for a few days."
Yes, it's been an interesting few days for us.
So
We,
just a mental
are
note here.
minus a couple of party members.
Just a mental note. I'm keeping track of a ranking system of kind of the influence you have on these knights. You can definitely tell from the look in their eyes you have gone down 1 point for being gone for 2 days. But they're still very much excited to see you at this point. But you sense a little disappointment. As you get deeper into the bar, the front area of the bar is, table seating, and then this is a long, thin, deep room. It goes way back in the back, and then past this seating area is a bar that runs, a long bar that runs on the side of the wall. As you get down, you finally get view of the bar, and who's sitting at the very end of the bar is your good friend, Wah. And he is sitting there having a drink, talking to someone else. This other figure, this dark-skinned woman with a large billowing hat and a giant colorful feather sticking out of it. None other than Calypso. I need Lode and Urki to give me a... Actually, no. I need Lode to give me a perception check.
Well, Urki, you were right. We should have gone to the other bar. Oops, sorry, I rolled that with advantage, but they were both shitty, so, 13.
13. Yeah. As they're talking, you see mostly Calypso is talking at Wah, and you notice she's wearing a very particular amulet, an amulet that you ran into in the first season. Let's just call this amulet the Amulet of Influence.
So as we walk up to them talking, Lode will say, well, aren't you a pair made for each other? Two of the biggest pains in my ass on this world.
Wah turns around and he says, my good friend, the short dwarf Lode. It is how I have missed your guidance and your friendship, shall we say. And also, Calypso turns to you and says, Lode, it has been a while. I see you followed me to the other continent of Rentia. I wonder what brings you here. I'm just stopping by, passing through, shall we say. And I saw Wah here and struck up a conversation.
Why would you want to talk to him? You know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't exactly say I followed you, but it is interesting to encounter you here.
Can I buy you a drink,
I'm trying
Lord?
to remember the actual circumstances in which she betrayed us.
The amulet that... Who was the final boss? The B. Arthur character, I forgot her name. She had this. She had this,
and then bounced out on the combat.
Yep, and this was the amulet that Vespasian had, which was the amulet that he was using to control. This Vespasian, someone was using it to control the Duke, and it was the amulet of influence. She got it. She pieced out.
Vespasian.
Yeah, it's Vespasian. She got it. She pieced out, and that was the last time you saw her. And then she stole your money too.
Well, like I said before, it seems like you two cowards are made for each other. So don't let me interrupt. I'll buy my own drink, thank you.
Cowards? Me? What? And he laughs and gives you a wink. Load, my friend, and you Urky, your gnome friend. You're both so short. Let me buy you a drink.
He is sitting on top of an orc right now.
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I am looking down at him.
In more ways than one.
Yep.
It used to be you had to look up at him in order to look down on him.
Did Blah
I guess you're
something
still on
else to say?
you're still on Zog.
Yeah.
At this point, the bartender says, which is a gruff-looking guy, says, "Hey, no orcs in here. You can have your friend wait outside."
Excuse me, sir, but the members of our expedition are clearly spending good coin here. This gnome and this orc are with me.
Give me a
So,
give me a
unless you
persuasion
want
check.
all of these knights to find a different place, I suggest you change your mind. And then persuasion, a 7.
Oh. Yeah. No plaster genius.
You made a pretty good argument.
I
you
should've-
made a pretty good argument. So do an advantage. Roll that again.
Okay. It's worse. It's a
So that's what you were trying to say, but what really came out was like me, knights, money. That's all you really said.
I think I said what I said. He just didn't buy it.
I don't know.
It's been a long day, man.
A dwarf that looks like he's on his last legs came in and started making demands. So it's
I
not
don't-
going to fly very well.
It should have been an intimidation check, but
So the bartender says,
I should have just been angrier about it. Then I could have rolled intimidation.
the orc can go outside or go up to your room, either one, but he can't stay here in the bar.
I think going up to the room is fine for now. We need some.
Is this the place we have a room at?
Well, you had a room for a
that was
night.
the implication.
Yeah, a couple nights ago, but you don't have a room right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go up, send a couple large plates of food up to the room. Or keep.
All right, so that's going to cost you a room and 2 meals. It cost you what, 3 gold?
Whatever. Fine.
All right, so you take the meals, you go up to your room. You can spend this time that take you a long rest and eat, and you will be back to full health. And also, Berkey, your poison will be gone after that. Also,
Okay. Yeah.
Oh right.
Oh, I
With
guess
all the
I,
other
I,
shit
I,
that happens, you can barely even feel it.
I neglected to like add the status because I kind of don't. Oh, it's under conditions. Yeah, next time I'll mark it. That's important. Not forget. Next time one of those damn stinks play. So.
so I'm assuming you guys head up to the room, or do you partake in this drink?
Yeah, I mean, let's have a private chat. Let's regroup.
All right, I'll take my drink and I will take it up to my room.
You do so, and as you're leaving, Boss says, "Enjoy your drink, Captain." Or what did I say? What's the title that you have for the
You said commander, I think.
Commander?
Was Marshal.
Marshall, that's
actual
the word.
title, I think.
That's the word. He says, "Enjoy your drink, Marshall."
Oh,
And-
and as a parting thing, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and put a large spider at the rim of his cup as an illusion. You know.
Like a real big one.
Yeah, that way decent size, like one that's like believable. So.
Is you do that,
Yeah.
and as
This is the jungle, so tarantulas are probably.
true, they're
Yeah,
around.
definitely.
Spiders are definitely around. He turns back to his drink to take a sip, and he sees it and freaks out and throws his drink into the air and falls back off of his bar stool. And you see Calypso chuckle, and then as it lands back on the bar top, she flicks the spider with her finger, and it poofs. You know, it evaporates like smoke, and from the illusion. And she chuckles and then looks at you, Ernki, and gives you a wink. Wink.
All right. Well, go upstairs with a smile on my face.
And a good evening to you, brave Marshall. The law.
And this
I
is
say it loudly so that everyone hears it.
everyone.
Yeah, so all
as
the knights
as you.
are looking at him.
As he falls over the night, everyone looks at what's going on, and then as you say that, you hear a chuckle rise up through the nights as you walk away. Oh damn, man! Wow, the punching bag.
He's
And
an
you
asshole.
you head up to your room. You eat your meal. Is there anything you want to discuss between the two of you, or are you just gonna go to bed?
So one thing about the boots, the wing boots, the flying boots thing. So that's an infusion. So you can keep the boots, and I'll just transfer it to different boots. Or what would be maybe more useful would be the spell infusion ring, which lets me recover a 3rd level spell slot. So you know.
Yeah, I don't actually need them.
Okay.
It's just
Oh yes, in terms of recovery for team assets. I know. Okay.
In
Yeah,
case I
do
don't come
that.
back.
Right. So, yeah. So, there's, yeah.
yeah, I would
So
go
where
for the
we
ring.
Yeah.
So
So just note, if I die, your axe has got a time limit on it. So.
noted.
Probably
We're gonna-
best that you didn't go down during that battle.
We're gonna go back to Sunset. Sunset, you have been given back your clothing and your belongings. Nothing has been taken from you,
Okay. Well, that's good.
and you have been. At this point, Starshine has come into the room and said, "Allow me to take you to the front of the front gate."
I was under the impression that he was going to help me get to wherever I needed to go.
Do you want to say that to him?
Assuming that we're not already where I want to go. But you know what? Honestly, if there was going to be any intervening time where I was alone, I was just going to run. So being that we've already skipped over that, I'll let him walk me to the
No.
gate.
Let's
fine.
take a step back
No,
before he
we've
comes in
already
the room.
passed it. We've already passed it.
I wanted to
already
see
got
you
my stuff
escape.
back.
I wanted to see you run.
No. It's you jumped over it. you no take backsies.
All right, so
So we'll go to the gate.
yeah, so he escorts you to go down this tower. As you get out of this room, you realize this is basically the main room in the top of the spire in Agua Dulce. To get down,
So the one at the center of town.
going down the spiral, the spire is basically a spiral staircase. You get to the bottom and you see a few rooms. One's like a study and a library. You just see that through a doorway. And the other side, you see another room that's a workshop, and you see an individual at a workbench in there, a short human with balding gray hair that like shoots out, you know, like Doc from Back to the Future. He's got Doc, what's his name? Doc
Brown.
Doc Brown hair.
Dr. Emmett Brown. Yeah.
Yes. And but he's much shorter than Doc Brown. And he's got a leather apron on, you know, like a work apron, and he's in this workshop that's like a tinkering workshop. There's all these mechanics and gears and all sorts of things in this workshop. And then you're led to an inner gate and then an outer gate when the outer gate leads out into the center of town.
Well, alrighty then. I guess I'm going to make my way to the inn we stayed in.
Okay. That was the Salty Spray, which is the... Yeah.
Yeah, I assume that's the same inn that they are at.
No, different inn. They chose... Previously, you guys chose not to go to the Lizard Belly. You chose to go to the Salty Spray because you didn't... I don't know, whatever. The reason you chose it, I don't remember, but... Basically, you walk along the streets. You're kind of ignored. You're just another random person in this city. No one's talking to you. And as you're going down one of the smaller streets, not an alleyway or a dark alleyway or anything, just a regular smaller street, right in front of you, just laser line through the sky, opens up, and Silnorian steps through, the tattooed Sylvan Elf. Right in front of you. Like, normally this has been something that's been quiet and elusive. He doesn't do this in public spaces, but he does it in and there's like 3 other random humans on this street who see it and like freak out and like push back against the wall that they're in. And Silnorian steps out right in front of you, and there's like 4 people just standing there watching him. He steps out and he says, "I told you, Sunset. I told you she would betray you. Do you believe me now?"
Something that's running through Sunset's mind right now is this betrayal? I mean... Let's see. I believe that she sets people up to fail.
With that, Silnorian thinks for a second. He says, "I've never failed in my life. I'm highly skilled and I'm trained for years for to do what I do. I don't think I failed." Well, Sunset, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm trying to think of how to word this properly to actually convey what I'm trying to say.
Sunset.
The failure may not have been in your eyes, but it definitely was in hers. And so she's not actually really talking to him when she says that. She's looking at the ground, and it's really more of kind of an introspective sort of comment.
He says, Sunset, Celestia has a real grasp on you. I'm going to give you this opportunity again to join me in taking her down. She plays the part of the healer, of the good person, of the leader, of the caregiver. But that's not her. She's dangerous and she's manipulative. And she's just here for power. So I ask you again, do you want to live in her shadow again, or do you want to take her down?
Will I get back what she took from me?
That is, I don't know, Sunset. The powers that were able to reincarnate you are out of my are out of my realm of knowledge. I'm sure there are ways to heal you completely. And with that, he takes your hand and he holds it and he says, but we can maybe find that together.
Well, I don't stop him. So one thing to note here is that I'm currently unsure which Sunset is more broken up about, being turned into a human or losing the ability to cast fire spells.
Yeah, those should have been big.
And they're two very different things because reincarnate does not do that.
You know, it's not. We're not in the Ninth Age world. I mean, we're not in the D&D world. So I'm bending the system in places I want to bend it. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I would, you know, it's still like I would hope that at least in Sunset's mind, she would hope that it was two separate things coming together as a quote-unquote punishment, that maybe one of them could be reversed, but it's really unclear which she would want that to be, assuming it was possible at all.
In your mind that those two betrayals are bigger than her saying she doesn't want you as a student anymore.
Yes. Because in Sunset's mind, she stopped being a student when she ran.
Yeah, true.
Initially.
All right.
So,
Silnorian is still holding your hand, looking you in the eyes.
I expected him to try to pull me through the portal or something.
No.
He's still mine.
Yeah.
Now you're just giving swamp.
Give me a perception check.
All right. Let's see if I can get better rolls than my death saves.
No, not in perception. Insight. Give me an insight check.
Insight. Hold on. I gotta use my new stats.
Your human stats. Your poor human stats.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, I got stronger, but my dex and charisma dropped by 1. So that's a 12.
Okay. You're still unsure of his motives. He's telling you he wants to take down Celestia, but you're not convinced. And you are no expert in the following subject, but as a surprise to you, he's how do I put this in a right way? He's hitting on you romantically.
Yeah,
And
that's going right by Sunset's head. She has I'm not even sure if it's like just a passive, just ignoring it because she's not interested, or if she actually has no idea. I haven't decided on that aspect yet, but yeah, it's completely going by the she has no reaction to it whatsoever. Like, if anything, it's like it's clear that she's not reacting to that aspect of the conversation. There's not necessarily any sort of like inherent revulsion or rejection in her body language, but like there's clearly, it's a completely neutral, like probably didn't even realize it was happening kind of body language.
And he says, "Well, Sunset, what?" He's expressing a little bit of vulnerability, and he says, "What do you say?"
Right now, my main interest is returning to my former self. If your assistance furthers that goal, so be it.
He's got kind of a mixed reaction. He's not like ecstatic, but he's not sad. He's like, okay. Where can I take you?
So
Right
you're
now,
saying there's a chance.
First, I'd like to get back to my friends.
Yes, your friends, the dwarf and the gnome. Yes, they've been back. They're actually in the lizard's belly. I've been watching the whole city, looking for you, waiting for you to return. Unfortunately, I do not have eyes in the tower. But we can go to the lizard's belly.
I'll wave, lead on,
Okay.
kind of thing.
All right. Back to Lode and Urki.
Specifically using the hand that he was grabbing
Okay.
initially. And I'll be right back.
Cool.
You're just
Lode.
trying to force a love arc so hard, Swamp Swimmer, and I'm not sure it's gonna happen for you, man.
I'm not forcing
But keep
anything.
trying.
I'm giving.
Don't
I'm
let it get you
giving.
down.
I'm giving all of the characters an opportunity for a relationship arc if they so desire. I've been a little heavy-handed with Marguerite. I'll give you that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that was funny. That was
that's
like
hilarious.
The whole joke, so that's fine.
So you guys wake up the day afterwards after a full night's sleep. You guys are fully rested. All things are good. You are back to normal.
Okay. So we're still back in time before Sunset wakes up, right? You said 4 days she was there
Yeah, you don't know that, but
before
yeah,
she woke up, or
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, my first thing was going to be trying to go to the tower and trying to get in and see, if we could talk to Celestia. I'm assuming that's not going to work, but if anybody knew anything about Sunset.
Yeah, we can do that. You guys want to head to the tower?
Do it.
Yeah.
Again, you head to the tower, and again, the crazy little eyeball mechanical thing on a little mechanical arm pops out of the door like Jabba's palace.
Right.
And he says,
Jabba's palace mixed with Wizard of Oz.
"Kinda, yeah." And he's the
Love
voice comes from inside the door, and he says, "What do you want? What can I do for you?"
We have reason to believe that our friend was brought here to potentially be resurrected. Celestia took her and said that she was going to try to heal her. Is there any way we could... Well, do you have any information about her? Her name is Sunset. Or is there any way we could talk to someone inside that might know something about this? I'm not sure Celestia wants to talk to us, and I'm honestly not sure if I want to talk to her. But yeah, now I'm just thinking out loud. So what can you tell me?
I cannot let you
Nobody
into.
gets in to see the wizard.
No one
Nobody
gets
not know how?
into this the spire of the celestial spire without an invitation from the Celestial Council. I am sorry, I cannot confirm nor deny the presence of Sunset here.
This thing is clockwork.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could break it.
Okay.
I'd like to make a grapple check to grab it, like by its mechanical arm thing.
Like Mandalorian, but
Are you trying to break it,
Yeah,
or are
I
you
haven't
trying to?
actually seen that show?
Are you
No,
trying-
I'm just trying to grab it and like pull it in and be like, "Listen, is she here?" You know.
You hear like a grinding of gears, and he says, "Please take your hand off my visage scope. Please, you're hurting it. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Let me. If you let go, I'll tell you.
Tell me something, and I will let it go.
Give me
Tell me some real information,
give me an intimidation
or
check.
this thing's gonna be in pieces on the ground out here.
Intimidation check.
Okay. God damn it. 11.
In your hand, you see the little eye like kind of wiggle around in its housing, and you see it stop, and it looks over at Urki, and he says, "Oh, I'll tell you more information if you for a trade of information. I see your friend."
Arky's love arc is with the eyeball thing.
No. I see your little gnome friend is carrying a shotgun.
Yeah.
I am very interested in how that particular contraption works. I'll tell you what you want to know if you let me have that.
Come out here. I'll show you how it works.
Hey.
We'll give you a live demonstration.
Okay. Oh, give me an intimidation check.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if you roll much better than I did.
Well, I can plan a little better with Flash of Genius, so I got +5 to my +3. Ooh. So that's gonna be a 24.
Yes.
Okay, he says, well, very well. And you hear like a and then like click 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 click, click like a wheel turning, and the door starts to open like a pocket door, you know, like it divides open. And as it opens, you see a figure kind of coming out of the shadows. And at first it seems normal, but then all of a sudden you hear like a and coming out is the weirdest thing you've ever seen load. But to you, Urki, it's pretty fascinating. It's this human figure, this white-haired, dark brown-haired guy wearing the leather apron, but he's basically in like a steampunk exosuit. And he's basically as big as an ogre.
Yeah.
Cool.
Me and my meat mount. No match for the mechanical ogre.
And he says, I'd love to see your demonstration of that gun.
Sure. What would you like to see? What should we use as a target?
He reaches down and picks up, like, you know, a small barrel, like a keg, you know, yay big. Oh, fuck, why does it keep doing that? I don't know why my freaking Discord keeps doing this. That's really annoying.
Oh, it keeps doing it at the funniest times.
How big? How big? We
How
don't
big
know.
is that thing? I need to know.
Oh,
Is
see
it
if I
bigger
can.
than a bread box?
Let me try one thing really quick. This might screw up the channel, but I just want to. No, that works. Okay, I'm gonna keep it over there in a different window and see if that prevents it from doing it. All right. Where were we? Yes, it's, you know, like a not a keg, a beer keg, but like a keg, like a gunpowder keg. You know, a smaller one, like this big. You know, I'm trying to get in front of my camera, like this big. Picks it up with a mechanical arm and tosses it into the middle of the street. He says, shoot at that.
Okay. Alright. I will use minor illusion to put Waz's face on the barrel. And
In before it's actually a gunpowder barrel.
time to find out. Well, so we'll just use fire bolts. Whatever.
No, he doesn't.
Huh.
He doesn't want you
Well,
to use
that was a
fireball. He
31
wants
to
you to
hit.
shoot the shotgun.
What?
The
We wanted to
shotgun.
see a demonstration of the shotgun.
Oh, I thought he wanted the arcane fire. Oh yeah, I guess I do have a real shotgun.
Yeah, your infernal.
Infernal
The
shotgun.
blunderbuss, the infernal dwarf blunderbuss.
Stats are on that.
Just give me a to hit roll.
We'll just
Yeah,
Dex
it's a
roll.
ranged attack.
Dexter range attack, the hit roll. All right. 13. Do I get proficiency on that?
Yes, you
Probably.
do.
Yeah. So that'll be an 8. That would be an 18
Yep.
to hit.
You took it out, pull it over your shoulder, T2 style. like you aim it at the barrel, but it like shrapnel bounces off the cobblestone street. It shreds the barrel, but then it also like kind of spreads off to the right. There's a huge explosion. Smoke comes out of it. You hear a shriek of the people, of the people passing by, and they all kind of run for the buildings. When the smoke clears, the barrel's in shreds. It was an empty barrel. And this guy, he says, very, very, very interesting. What, I'll tell you all you want to know about this tower in exchange for that shotgun.
Can I include, taking a look at your drawings for that magnificent mechanical suit you have?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. With the +5 class of genius, crit.
Oh, hell yeah. Nicely done.
You see him looking
Bring
at
it on
that.
the charm.
You see that. You see him looking at the shotgun and kind of like almost literally licking his lips. He's like, I want to see that.
Covetously.
He says, "Okay, quickly, come in, quickly."
All right.
And he ushers you in the door. You hear the click, 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 and the door closes behind you, and he leads you to the right into a workshop. And inside you see I just thought of something funny. You see like multiple let's call it an exosuit. Multiple exosuits lined up in a row. The first one is very crude. It's made out of wood.
He's Tony
Doesn't
Stark.
really. There you go. That's exactly what he says. This is
Mark 45.
This is Mark 1. It was my first try. I tried it years ago. As you see, I've done much better. This is Mark 63. As you see, I've added steam power. I'm sorry. Gnome, are you familiar what steam power is?
Yeah. Yes, I am. It's something we experiment with, but we could not. We struggle to make it small enough.
Give me a straight up intelligence check.
Straight up intelligence check. Okay.
Oh yeah, you know what steam power is.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I assume that's how the boom tube works.
So. No.
Oh right, that's just magical. Never mind.
Yeah.
Carry on.
So he-
Mo doesn't get
Something's
any
more
of this shit
powerful
anyway.
than steam.
He does exactly the Tony Stark move from I think it's Avengers 2 or something, where he lands and he starts walking in the suit, and it kind of like pieces away from him as he continues to walk, and he just ends up being normal on his feet.
Cool.
Nice.
He says yes, and he goes over to his workbench and clears off some gears and pieces and stuff and rolls out sheets of paper. He says, take a look, but first let me see that shotgun.
All right. Well, here I hand it to him. Yeah. Sure. And I take a look at the drawings and inspect some of the things, the different models.
Yeah, you look at these and you understand what they are. You get kind of the gist of. Actually, give me an intelligence check. Give me an intelligence check. Yeah, you definitely understand. You get the concept of how it works, how the steam fills cylinders that cause it to work like the muscles of a muscular system. You get the gist of it. You could not recreate it from looking at it like this. You can't just like leave and build your own. You could make maybe a crude imitation of it. But it's very interesting to you, and it looks like, and it looks pretty, and you're just inspecting the armor he just like stepped out of. Looks pretty freaking awesome. and you see him. He has taken your shotgun, your blunderbuss, and taken over to his workbench. He's starting to pick at it and tweak and turn screws. And yes, oh yes, this is a fine example of an infernal blunderbuss. I've never seen one of these in real life. This is so interesting. I see the gunpowder is mixed with gasoline in the chamber, which causes it to explode in a certain way. Very interesting.
So glad you're so fascinated with that. These technologies are impressive, but with a little magic, you can do even more incredible things.
Magic is for the simple-minded. Technology, science, physics. These are the gods I live by.
So I'm gonna pull out the boots I infused last night, and or that are already on Zog. Have Zog float up like 5 feet in the air. Like, see, you can do things like this.
So this is how do you want to play this? Do you really think all of the artificer stuff is actual magic, or is it ways of explaining how artificers make things technologically?
Kind of has to. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends, right? If we want to go the steampunk route versus, like, the reason why the boom tube only lasts for so long is because, like, it just ran out of steam, and it's like, it uses that spell slot to power it, but, like, it's, you know, fiddly.
I'll leave it up to you.
But, I mean, there is stuff like straight up fabrication of magic items. Like, hey, this alchemy jug.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd want to play it in the 9th Age, but I think D&D lore-wise, it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mechanical thing that is powered by a magical power source, basically.
Yeah. So, like, you will come across, you know, steampunk-esque things that are steam-powered, but the source generating the steam is somehow magical, and it's typically enhanced magically in areas where it would be weak normally.
In warpstone bullshit.
Yeah.
Warpstone.
Okay, so in terms of how I want to play this, so the goal I'm trying to convey is try to like create some little temptation of like, hey, like he's very masterful of his craft and what he has available, but I have some access to some other things that might be able to convince him to, you know, let go of one of these other models. He's got a bunch of them, right? Like that he's open to trading. Well, there are more items on the table.
Okay. I see you eyeing my different suits. I can see. I'm not going to lie. This blunderbuss is extremely thought-provoking, but it's by no means close to any one of my suits. You'll need to offer a little something more besides this blunderbuss for me to give you a suit.
Very well. What do you desire most that you've run to your limitations? What is it that's something you've wanted to create but you just can't do it? We have magic can do quite a few things. Be it a endless supply of wine,
mayonnaise,
or mayonnaise, yeah, depending on the bottle. I mean, you are a master of the mechanical, but if you could have a little bit of the magic available, you know, curing wounds or, you know, Let's see. What else we got on the list here?
What I have always wanted to do is find a way to protect Arco Dulce. We live in a dangerous land here in Varentia. There are many strange and dangerous things that often come and threaten and pressure this town's borders. I wish I had a device that could sense and then warn the town about impending dangers.
Alarm. Let me think. Okay. 8 hours. Trying to see. So.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Detection. So.
Why does it keep doing that? I just disconnected again. It's my internet? I don't know what's going on. But okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking of in terms of alarm, or hell, we could use Skywrite to notify people, but it's the detection of the evil. That is what you're trying to get more of a warning, right? Of things
Like
attacking.
A warning system city-wise, so something like, like the alarms that are in cities, if they're like during the Cold War, that would warn the whole city if a nuclear weapon was coming.
Okay.
Skywrite might work.
We got Skywrite. We got. Gotta be allowed in terms of pyrotechnics. Hey, we got pyrotechnics on a stick.
So are you gonna attempt to craft something like this?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to craft the spell storing item that can be used 10 times for that. So we could do Skywrite. We could do fireworks for noise. Or we can have
this you can definitely do, but this is just to story continuity. This will take you 3 days to work on and, in theory, create.
Okay, so we'll say who wants like the pyrotechnic stuff, because who will want a stick that makes the big boom on demand? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes with that. Okay, that is his order. We will be back in a few days with that ready, and I like this shiny one over here. And so we have a deal. Extending my hand, or like itty bitty hand being like lifted over by, or actually being held up by like Zog, because he's up there. It's like that.
He says, "Very, very good. Deal is made," and he shakes your hand. Bink, bink. Okay.
Very good. Cool.
So,
Let's see.
Question one. Where do you want to make this? You need a little bit of space.
I'll ask him like, hey, do you mind if I constructed in your workshop, since you have
the
a proper area for
the
this
answer
sort of thing?
is no. You're technically not supposed to be here. I might get in trouble. Please go somewhere else.
Okay. Well, I think back in the room. Fine.
So
Just
back
do
at
those
the
upstairs.
lizard billet. Okay. All right. We're gonna just. I need you to give me 3 intelligence checks. The first intelligence check is going to be to figure out how to create a system that senses evildoers. The third is one that causes it to make a sound that the whole city can hear, the pyrotechnics, as you said. And the third, I forgot what the third was.
Skywrite?
Detection, let everyone know. Just do those 2.
Okay. So 3 intelligence checks. Can I use Flash of Genius?
No,
on
just use
those?
2. Just use 2. 2 checks.
2?
You can use Flash of Genius.
Okay. Alright, so. Roll 1. Okay. 6. Roll a 2. Ooh. 18.
Okay.
And I'll use up to Flash of Genius.
We're gonna
once.
leave that there, and we will come back to that. So in the next 3 days, Berkey's in. He actually takes over like the back room of the bar and the lizard's belly. Load, you kind of have 3 days to do whatever you want to do.
I see. I guess I would spend it kind of with the knights that were still there, kind of, tell them the story of, or most of the story of our little adventure. Maybe leave some of the parts out.
The unwanted touching.
Definitely tell them the part where I almost died. Leave out the bad touch. And maybe leave out the part. No, I guess I wouldn't even necessarily leave that out, but I'll include the part where I'm carrying Erky, Zog, and Sunset's lifeless body, running, and was unable to save poor sweet Marguerite.
Oh, sad story. All right, so give me
Yeah,
3.
I mean, it's a sad but heroic story.
Give me 3 performance checks.
Oh crap!
1 for fighting the turtle, 1 for carrying 2 people and running through the jungle, and 1 for the sad story of losing Marguerite.
Alright. You can get Flash of Genius on 1.
Okay.
That's
I mean, it doesn't really matter which one. I'll take it for the first one. So, this plus 5. Hey, a 21 for the story of fighting the turtle.
Wow.
Totally didn't kick our asses.
I mean, I won't say that we defeated it, but that we bravely fought it.
You leave out the
against all
part where we
odds
didn't
and-
actually kill the guy.
Oh, that's what it is. It was a giant, massive turtle. We defeated its rider, but were unable to defeat it before it crossed the river. Here's the second one. A 9 for the actual successful part of carrying everybody through the forest.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
one.
Oh no.
For the
All right,
part
We missed
where,
you, PM.
all right, here we go.
that.
Here we go. So you're telling
Where-
over 3 days of drinking in the bar. You tell them the story of how you fought this giant turtle, and they're like, "No way! That's unbelievable! Unbelievable! You're a great warrior!" So previously you were at 0. Let's call it baseline for your leadership skills over these knights. It went down to -1. It went down to -1 because you left them alone for 2 days. That story brings them back to even. Then you're like, and then you're like, and then you tell the story of how you carried these 2 people through the jungle, and they're like, "I don't believe you. You're too small. You're a dwarf. How do you even step over the branches? I know. I don't believe you." And then it's like, yeah. So it maintains at 0. And then you tell the story of how.
Can I try and pick 3 of them up at the same time?
No, they don't believe you. And then you tell the story of
He's doing
how
things that she's good
you were
at.
unable to save Marguerite, and she sacrificed herself for you. And they're like, Marguerite, and you? I 100% don't believe it. And that leaves you back at
That's funny.
a 0 level for your influence over these knights. So on the third day, you're
at least reduce Wa's influence. There's
wait. Oh no, it doesn't go down. Just stays at 0. That's a failure. The other thing, Lo, that you notice is through these 3 days, Calypso has gone in and out of the inn, the lizard's belly inn multiple times. You don't know where she goes, but she's going in and out at least 3-4 times a day. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
On the third day, Urki is getting close to finishing your detection device. Lode is at the bar talking to the knights, and in through the door walks the elf Sonorian and a human woman that looks so oddly familiar to you two. And with that, we will call it quits for this evening. As always, I'll ask you, what should this episode be called?
Ooh, it's gotta be with Sunset Transformation, right? Like that's.
I need an adult.
What did you say?
It should be called I Need an Adult.
I need an adult. That's actually pretty good. I like that.
It's not bad.
All right.
Bad touch.
Bad.
It's a Team 4-Star reference. If you're unfamiliar, there are numerous times where one of the characters says I need an adult, and the response is I am an adult from the person who is initiating the I need an adult from the.
Fair enough.
So.
With that, we're gonna call it quits this evening. We plan on doing this again next week. If anyone's still watching, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I can figure out what's going on with my Discord. It keeps cutting in and out like that. It's so annoying. I'll work on that.
All but one of the times, the comedic timing was
It just
delightful. So I'm not sure if it needs to be fixed, but anyway,
all right.
do your thing.
We'll see you next time. Well, go ahead, Sunset.
I was just gonna say it's mostly funny from our perspective, so it's not necessarily gonna be as funny on stream.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
stream's not gonna get the comedic humor. It's just gonna be blank for a little bit and hear me saying like, "Damn it, they went out again." But yeah, thanks for watching. We're gonna hop off, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Hold
Good night,
on.
everyone.
Alright.
Why is my
Or
we're
maybe not.
No, of course things don't work how they're supposed to.
Hey, at least it froze when we were all waving.
It did freeze. What is going on with this Discord? There we go. It's back because I minimized the Discord.
Oh. Wait
Okay.
again.
Now
Bye.
we're